Hello everyone, it's Shauna coming to you live from her craft room in Edmond, Oklahoma. Today is February 22nd, 2026. Hope you guys are having a fabulous weekend. If you see the red live blinking button over to the left hand side, you have caught me live. So as you're scrolling, stop, say hi. If you don't say hi, I don't know that you're here. So if you want to participate in the conversation, feel free. Let me make sure that I've got all the technology stuff going. I'm in the right spot, yes. Can you hear me is the next question. Yes. All right. I'm going to turn on live chat so that I can see everybody's comments and who's popping in. We're going to be talking about kits today. I don't normally do a kit on a Facebook Live, but since this paper pumpkin kit that we just got this month does coordinate with our Easter series and the Easter Joy Sweet collection, I thought, why not? It's good to show off a kit every once in a while. I talk about them on every video, so now you'll be able to kind of see why I love them so much. They're so easy. Now, you don't have to put them together exactly the way the kit says. I do alternates all the time. Sometimes I take the kits that normally make 9 cards and I triple it and I make 27 cards. So there are lots of different options. I apologize for the weird lighting. When I go live at 1 o'clock, this is what we get. It's just the light coming through the big arch in my front window in our office. So bear with us. I think, let me move this and we'll kind of go through the housekeeping stuff. I kind of talk about this every Facebook Live. Stampin' Up! Offers 3 levels of creativity. We have something for everyone. We have our level 1, which are our kits, which are the step-by-step instructions. We have our level 2, which is our quick and easy options, the mix and match section. And then we have level 3, creativity your own way, anything goes. Most of our catalog is that way. But we do have kits. We do have some mix and match where it's just like ephemera packs which are just laser die cuts. You kind of punch them out and put your card together. I actually have been playing with the springtime ephemera packs and mix and match. They kind of look like this. So get ready for some spring cards coming up in our live. But very cute, very springy, and they coordinate with the greetings for all. So you can make these, sending sunshine, happy birthday, thinking of you, congratulations, get well soon. They don't have to be Easter themed, but I do have some Easter cards. Now, talking about the quick and easy level 2 mix and match, just to kind of show you, I am basing my March card class off of it because they are quick and easy. There's no stamping involved. We are going to make 6 cards. So if you're local and you're interested in coming to a class, the March card class is going to be March 21st from 1 to 3, and it's $15 cash, or if you want to put in a purchase and buy supplies, then you can do that. You can just put in a $15 or more order. Hi Sean, how are you? Long time no see. I'm ready for you to bring Ivy by. We miss Ivy. On our kits, so we've got 2 different kinds of kits. We have our kits that are in the brown box. These can be found online at stampinup.com. We get 2 new kits every month, at least 2, sometimes 3. And then You can see everything that you get in those kits. They are all inclusive, which means you could take this kit to a sporting event, camping. It has everything that you need to make the cards. It has your ink spot, your adhesive. We're coming tomorrow. Great, yay! That'll be awesome. And then we have the monthly Paper Pumpkin subscription kits in the orange boxes. Now you do have to subscribe and become a member for those kits. So the one that we're going to put together is the Easter one that we just got. The one for next month is going to be Fluttering Garden. You have to subscribe between February 11th and March 10th. Now this does come with a free stamp set. So there will be 2 stamp sets. I've seen a sneak peek. We don't ever get to see the actual full kit. It's kind of a surprise that comes to your door every month. But I have seen sneak peeks. There is a Happy Mother's Day stamp. There are some hummingbirds, some great die cuts that you can just pop out. It's really cute. The add-on number for the dies, now this coordinated with January, February, and March, is item 168666. I want to say they're like $13, maybe $15. But this was the January one that went with the postage. This was the February one. You'll see why, because we have tulips in our kit. And then the word beautiful is for March. So those are our kits. We've talked about now level 1 and level 2. Level 3, again, most of our catalog. So we do have, of course, our holiday, not really holiday, but spring mini catalog going on. This goes from January through the end of April. So you can order from that. You can order from our annual catalog. This goes again through the end of April. So we're fixing to get a new catalog. Speaking of that, as a demonstrator, you get to pre-order from those catalogs about a month ahead. So probably March sometime, we should be seeing sneak peeks of what's going to be in the new annual catalog. Now, when we get new catalogs, in colors leave. So we run 2 in colors. So an in color is usually 5 colors. And we have like 24 to 25, and then we have in colors from 25 to 26. So they rotate out. So the 24 to 25, the ones that we've been using a lot of here lately because they go with the Easter Joy paper, is the Shy Shamrock, the Summer Splash, the Petunia Pop, the Pretty in Pink, the Peach Pie. Those are leaving. So fair warning, once they make that announcement, which should be, gosh, in the next week or 2, that's going to fly off the shelf. So this is the time right now, if you need ink refills, ink pads, anything with those 5 colors, you need to get them now, because once they announce that the new catalog is coming and that the in colors for 24 to 25 are leaving, they're going to be gone, like within minutes. So the 25 to 26 in colors, the Darling Duckling, the Timid Tiger, the Strawberry Slush, the Cloud Cover, the Secret Sea, those are fine. Those will stay on for another year, and we'll get a new set of in colors, the 2026 to 2027 colors. So hope that makes sense. I just want to give you fair warning. Don't wait until the very last moment to get the colors, because they do go off the shelf really fast. Online exclusives, we have new ones coming out for March, so just in another week, a lot of online exclusives. So make sure you are shopping the online exclusives. They can only be found online. Our kits can only be found online, and the Last Chance products can only be found online. So yes, our catalogs are great, but if you're not shopping online, you are missing out on some great stuff. Okay, speaking of shopping, if you turn in a $75 order or more, Stampin' Up! Has what's called Product of the Month. So it's an item that they come out with each month that you can only get for $5. The paper they just started this in December. So the December paper was this really pretty pack of blue florals, and I believe it's still available. So as long as it's available, you can still pick it up for $5 if you turn in a $75 order or more. Now that is the only way you can get these items. The one for January, which I love, is this Fabulous Sayings stamp set. There's a lot of great sentiments on it. And then the one for February is this wonderful pack of paper. Now most of our packs of paper have 2 sheets of each. So 12 sheets total, front and back. This pack of paper has 3 sheets of 4 designs. So here's the front of one and the back. I love bright, bold colors. I love tie-dye. So again, 3 sheets. The next one is this. It's kind of got this ombre look. It kind of reminds me of a fern. Again, sorry for the weird crisscross shadowing. I've got a nice arch on my front window. I don't have blinds on it or anything. That's the back. Again, 3 sheets of each. The next one is kind of like a mermaid tail. Again, an ombre, light pinks, middle pinks, blues. The back of it is a blue-green kind of, this reminds me of seaweed. So I think that would be a really pretty, like, underwater. 3 sheets of each. And then the last piece is this right here. Kind of a rainbow arch shape. And then the back is this really pretty flirty flamingo, petal pink, daisy flower print. So, great pack of paper. So again, you can pick those up for $5 with a $75 order or more purchase. Just a few more days left for Stampin' Up's exclusive offer. Right now, if you become a demonstrator, if you join, you get our new Stampin' Positioner tool free. So you can't get this any other way. They have not put this online for purchase. The only way to get it is to become a demonstrator, and you get it free. Did anybody do the Lovely Blossoms craft class? What did you think of it? I would love to know. Stampin' Up, that was Thursday, I believe. Yes, the 19th. Stampin' Up does offer more than just crafting supplies. We do offer craft classes virtually. So if you're ever interested in that, if you're wanting to learn some tips and tricks, just chat with other demonstrators, see what they're doing, that is the way to do it. Okay, that's all the housekeeping stuff. I am going to show you just kind of a sneak peek of next weekend's Facebook Live. We're going to make these cute little treat baskets. It does use the die from the Easter basket stamp and die set. It's this basket right here. It's probably the best die out of that. You can weave these little strips of paper in through the basket. That's kind of what this die right here is. It cuts out your little strips of paper, and then that die cuts the little slots in your basket. So it is perfect to hold these little Ghirardelli chocolate bunnies. So come back next weekend to see how to make those. They're great for coworkers, for teachers, just a little something, something. Okay. Oh, also talking about our kits, I put this right in front of my face and forgot to mention. Even though we have card kits, we also have scrapbooking kits. So, for those that scrapbook, don't think that we don't have that, because we do. We have kits for scrapbooking and for card making. Okay. I'm going to clear off my desk here. Bring in my paper pumpkin. So, again, the paper pumpkin kits are pretty much just like our regular kits, other than these are a subscription. You get sneak peeks, but you don't really know what you're going to get until they come to your door. These, you can see everything in the kit before you purchase it. These can be found online. These are a subscription. If you're ever interested in any of them, if you have questions, please, please, please let me know. That's what I'm here for. So, in your kits, again, when you get a kit, you can take it camping, you can take it to a sporting event. It has everything you need. Now, in saying that, Paper Pumpkin, the first one that you get, does come with a stamping block. And you only get a stamping block in your first Paper Pumpkin kit. Because it is a subscription, they know they've sent you one, because it comes in your first kit. The brown box kits, each one has one, because they don't know if you've bought a kit before or not. So that's the only difference in the kits. They come with step-by-step instructions. So again, these 9 cards, 3 different designs, 3 cards of each. They come with your envelopes. You guys, anybody can do these. It tells you where to put your adhesive, what kind of adhesive. This is little glue dots. These are dimensionals. It tells you step by step, shows you colored photos of how to do it. There's even a QR code on the back that you can scan that will bring up a video and walk you through. It will also tell you about the add-ons that you can buy for this. It shows you everything that comes in the kit. So your die cuts, your ribbon or your twine, your embellishments, your little ink spot, your adhesive, your stamp set, your envelopes, your card bases. Again, everything in this one little box. Now I have opened this. This normally comes all sealed together. I have opened it because I wanted to put these 3 cards together, just so I could take a photo and let you guys know what we were making ahead of time. So again, here's your little gems, your little embellishments. Here's your little flirty flamingo twine. Here's your ink spot. I keep my ink spots. Let me grab this real quick. I got this little case at Walmart over in the jewelry section, and I put my ink spots in here. And then when I go to crops, this is what I take. And it's easy to store because you're supposed to store your ink pads face down so that ink is to the top of the pad. That's how you get your best. I have these in color coordination in Roy G. Bibb. So again, just a cute little way to keep those, and it's great to go on the go. Now I'm going to actually use my full ink pad just because it's easier and I don't have to open that one. But again, your Stampin' Block. Here is our stamp set. So we've got some grass, some Easter eggs, Happy Easter, hello friends, sweet spring greetings. I just put mine in one of our little envelopes. So it does not come in this plastic envelope, but that's how I store them because I put them on my shelf when I'm done. Your dimensionals, your glue dots, so your adhesive. Here's our card bases, and again, there's 3 of each, but I've already used 1, so we're left with 2 of each. So we've got this just basic beige one, because we also have this nice little orange paper to put on top. So we have those. Here's that orange paper to put on top. We have our balmy blue with our flowers. And we have our soft seafoam with some more flowers. Here's all of our little punch outs, our little die cuts. Some more punch outs. And again, some of these just kind of fall out, so be careful with them. Lots of little pieces. And then we've got our envelopes that coordinate. So that's everything that comes in your paper pumpkin. I'm going to move that box out of the way. And we're going to put these cards together. They are so quick, so easy. We're going to start with this one because this is the first one. I'm going to put that up here. And let me grab my take your pick tool and my bone folder. Okay. So, and what I might do, since I still have 2 of these left, again, we have step-by-step instructions. We can follow them to the T, or you can go rogue and you can make it however you want. So this extra one that I have, I might do some alternate projects and maybe show you on next week's Facebook Live the end result of those. We'll see what this week brings. Okay, now again, it does come with adhesive. So on this instructions, it says to use these glue dots, which are, give me a moment. These right here, I'm going to save those. Again, that's great for going on the go to crops and stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and pull in my adhesive that I just use on a normal basis. Put some adhesive on the back of this. And put this down. Again, just an equal, I've got this weird, sorry. Okay. Equal size border all the way around, which I'm not doing a very good job of. Here we go. And you can tell I don't follow instructions very well because it does tell you to stamp first. So I'm already going rogue. I didn't stamp. Let me grab the things that I'm supposed to stamp. I'm supposed to stamp a Easter egg. So let me grab my stamps. And it is this dotted one right here. There's 2 of them. There's a little circle dot one and one that has some lines and some flowers. So they want the dotted one. I will be honest, these are the Stampin' Up! Blocks that we sell. This is the one that comes in your paper pumpkin kit. You can tell there is a width difference. These work, but I'll be honest with you, I'm notorious for getting my nails in the ink because my fingers overhang. So what's great about our Stampin' Up! Blocks is you have this little curve and it fits so nicely in your fingers, and my fingers don't hang off the edge. So I'm less likely to make a mess. So I'm going to bring in my ink. One tip and trick, I will say it is probably easier to stamp your image when it's on the actual full sheet before you pop it out. It just gives you a little bit more room. So let's go ahead and do that. And then it's telling me I also need this Happy Easter. So let me grab the Happy Easter. And I just use my grid paper to line it up, make sure I'm straight, and then I put my block on there. This one goes on this little swervy banner. So I'm gonna go tap, tap, tap in my ink pad. Again, it's not a bug. You don't have to squash it down. Just tap, tap, tap lightly. That makes you not get a whole bunch of ink all the way around, because if you rock your sentiment, your whatever, your image, then you might have some residue, some ink on those little border pieces, because if you rocked it, and then if you stamp it, you might get an overspray, I guess is what you would call that. Is that all of our stamping? Yes, it is for this card. So I'm going to put my ink, I'm going to close it up, put it away so that I don't get my hands in it, don't get my clothes in it. I'm going to pop these out. So again, our Easter egg and our sentiment. And then it says to put some dimensionals under this and under our, we need this little, I'm going to call it a wreath. We need this wreath. And these flowers are for a different card. They're not for this card. So I'm going to put those dandelions to the side. So we just need this wreath. We need our Easter bunny. And that is it. So pull back in my card. And we're going to take this and flip it over and put some dimensionals. I already have an open pack of dimensionals, so let me just grab it. This just gives it some dimension, some pop. It even tells you exactly where to put the dimensionals and how much dimensionals you need. I'm going to go a little rogue on this because that's just how I operate. Like I said, I don't follow instructions very well. And it's not because I'm stubborn or anything. I don't know. I'm going to pull this one off and center this one more in between both of its ears, because I'm only going to put one up there. And then we need glue dots on this, so not dimensionals. And I don't think I'm going to put dimensionals on my Easter egg. I think I'm just going to lay it flat. So let's take the backings off of all these dimensionals. Probably the hardest part about card making is getting those little backs off of everything. Okay, so we're going to go ahead, we're going to lay this one down, and it just kind of goes right in the middle over that little flirty flamingo pink circle. We're going to stick our bunny down in here. Actually, I'm going to pull him up just a little bit. This banner is actually going to cover that gap. So, and then I'm going to just stick some glue, piece of snail, down here, because I'm going to kind of tuck this egg up underneath him. And then I'm going to put some snail on this. Eyeball it, make sure it's not, that it's on straight, that it's not wonky. I do better when I'm up over it instead of sitting at a table, just because I can see it better. So let me find my, here we go, my little pretties. There are some peach pie ones and some clear ones. And it looks like you use 3 of the peach pie and 2 of the clear. Where does it say to put these? I don't know. Now, I only used 3 of the peach pie ones on mine. Just to kind of get your little visual triangle. I think I put one over here in the center of this flower. And then one over here at the top of this, just to draw your face, your visual eyes into the center of the card. I noticed that this one kind of moved on me, so I'm gonna fix this while I have, well, hold on. Let me get my little adhesive eraser. There we go. Okay, so we're done with card 1. See how easy those are? They are so easy. We're gonna go to this next one, the Sweet Spring Greetings, which is this card right here. And of course it says to stamp first, so I'm gonna grab my stamp. Put it down on my grid paper. Also in this box, I forgot to kind of show you guys, underneath these cards, let me flip this over, or the envelopes, is this piece right here, this cardboard. Now, you don't have to use it, but if you're working on one of those like flexible tables, the folding tables, and you have some give and you're not getting a great stamped image, pull out this piece of cardboard and use it to stamp on. Because it's so thick, it gives you some padding and it makes it stamp better. So if you're not stamping on a solid, you know, surface, you can get a better stamp using that piece of cardboard in there. I am going to find my little square here. See if I can move some stuff so I can find it. Where are you? Here it is right here. I hid it from myself. I know I'm off the camera. Again, I'm just gonna tap, tap, tap. I am using the block that came, so I'm gonna try to keep my fingers out of it. I'm gonna line this up on my paper. What's great about these are they are photopolymer, so they are clear stamps. You can see exactly where you're stamping, unlike the red rubber ones. So there we go. And then that's all we need for that. So we need this piece. We need 1, 2, 3, 4 of these little vines. I'm gonna put this to the side because that's for the next card. And then I'm gonna bring this in. We need 3 flowers, it looks like. So let me grab 3 of these flowers. There was a little rogue one just a little bit ago. Yep, there it is. And then do I need 2 more of the little vines? And I'm just going off of this little image right here. Again, it shows you where to put your adhesive, so it's telling me I want to pop this up on the dimensionals, which are these little foam dots. It needs 1 in each corner. And then it says to put 2 right here in the middle. I'm just going to stick 1. I think that's sufficient enough. And then it says to use your glue dots once again on these images right here. I am just going to use my tape runner. So let me put some, and I will have to say, with little pieces like this, it is great to pull in your silicone mat if you have one. That way, if you run off of your little image, you don't get glue on the surface underneath you. So another little trick, but I'm doing okay. And you guys know how much I hate little images. I've already got that one. Yep. Okay. So I'm going to pull off the backing. I'm going to go ahead and close up my ink pad. I don't like open ink pads. I'm notorious for laying something in it, for getting it on me somehow, some way. Okay. Where is my card base? I need my card base. It's this one right here. It's already pre-scored for you, so you're just going to fold it over. And again, take your bone folder. Run your bone folder across it so that you can get a nice tight crease and that it lays flat. We're going to make sure it's facing the right way, and we're opening it the right way. This kind of gets centered in here like that. And then it says to, oh, that's a flower. I want a vine. These vines go down here, and there's 2 of them. They kind of hang off the edge, and then we have a little flower that goes like this. And then we've got 2 little vines up here. And 2 flowers. Now, I've got a flower that does not, there is a difference in these flowers, and I'm just now noticing that, so bear with me. Let me find the other flower. Well, where's it at? I lose things, guys. Sorry. Okay. So there's 1 flower. So I'm going to save one of these for another card. Put that over to the side so I don't lose it. The stems, let me hold both of these up. See how these are different? One kind of curves this way, one kind of curves this way. So I'm going to kind of tuck that up under. And then this one, kind of goes up under it looks like. So kind of, I'm going to pull this back up a little bit so I can get this under here. There you go. And then we need our little embellishments, and again it says use 4 of these, 2 of these. I think on the one I did, I only used 3 for the visual triangle, and I used them all in the little peach pie. Put one over here. And I'm going to drop down and put one over here so you have your triangle. That's card 2. So our last and final card is the sweet little Easter basket one. So I'm going to grab this base, this card base. Now, if you don't have a bone folder, that's fine. Like I said, these are pre-scored, so just run your finger across it a couple of times. It'll lay flat. Just tell it what you want to do. Let's do some stamping. We have some stamping to do. And actually, before you fold that over, on this one, we've got grass. So let me grab my little grass. And let me see how they have it. They have it this way. And again, I'm just going to go tap, tap, tap. What's great about the photopolymer is that you can see if you got it all inked up too. And they come over here, so close to the little score line. And then it looks like we kind of butt it up right here. So these little pieces almost touch. And then we come down and we do another one right here. Kind of where that middle part is in between those two. It kind of fills that space. So there's our grass. And then we need our Hello Friend. Looks like we are using every stamp in this. So let me grab the Hello Friend. Let me line it up. And I need this one has the small little tag. I'm going tap, tap, tap in my ink. I know I'm kind of off camera. Sorry about that. Gonna stamp that, hold it down for 5 seconds, just so you get a good impression. And then this one has the other egg. The one with the flowers and the stripes. Tap, tap, tap in my ink. And looks like that is it. Also, just to note, on your instructions is a measuring tape down here. So on this, it says you need 10 inches. So you would lay your twine out, do your 10 inches and cut it. So just FYI, again, you can't go wrong. I'm gonna punch these out. Throw that away, we're done with that. Push out my little circle right there. So those are ready to go. I need, looks like 2 big ones and 3 small little daffodils. And then I also need these eggs and this basket. Love this basket. Again, these are already just make sure to, when you pull on it, that you're tugging gently. Throw that away, and let's see, we need, what did I say? There's 2, we need a 3rd small one and 2 big ones. Is that it? I think so. So It tells us that we need dimensionals under this, under our one egg. Let me grab my dimensionals. Let me see where I put them. They're hiding from me. I also have some mini dimensionals. So I'm going to pull those out just because they're right here next to me to use for the handle. I'm sure the ones that they provided fit fine up here. But because I don't have to be so careful, I'm just going to use the minis so that I don't have to worry about them seeing it on the outside when you flip it over. So we got that. We need a big one on our egg. And I think that's it. And I think even on this one, I actually just put my egg flush. So up to you, whatever you want to do. So what we're going to do is take our dimensionals off of our basket. It does say to put a dimensional under one of the little flowers. I did not do that. I just laid all my flowers flat. Looks like the only thing I popped up was the Easter basket. We do want to put some adhesive, some snail on these little guys. So we're going to come down here, put our Easter basket kind of in the middle. We're going to put these underneath where they're peeking through. Push it all down. And then put our egg in here. Kind of tuck him under. And you do put it right over this other green egg. So, and then I'm going to take my Hello Friend. And I'm just going to put that kind of here to the side. And I'm not putting my ribbon through that. You could if you wanted, but another little tip, another little trick, you don't have to, because your little knot when you tie your bow is actually going to cover that up. I did not measure my twine because you know what? I'm a big girl. I'm gonna make my bow however big I want my bow. They give you plenty of twine. I only have one more bow to make, and look, I'm going to have all that extra twine. I'm going to take a glue dot, and again, they give you glue dots, but I'm just going to reach across my camera and grab my glue dots. I'm going to kind of take one and roll it up on itself. Put it right there over that hole. Oh, it didn't go. Hold on. Let's go ahead and put it on our bow here. I'm trying to get my bow to where when I put it down it will lay flat. I don't like it when it curls. It's not that big of a deal, but because it's on the round paper, cardboard, it does kind of tend to roll up on itself. So you kind of have to play with that. And I might just put another glue dot under there to make it not curl up on itself. There we go. Once you manhandle it for a little bit, the oils in your finger kind of straighten it out. So I'm going to cut off my tails because I want them a little bit long. I did not leave these as long, but whatever you want to do. And then let's do our little flowers. And again, they tell you to use your glue dots. I'm just going to put some Snell on these, some tape runner. These kits are so easy, guys, and they're beautiful cards. They usually have quite a bit of dimension to it. They're not just flat. They are a little bit more simpler than what I would make usually, but whoever you send this card to would love it regardless. So I'm going to take our two big ones, put one down here and one up here. They did it a little bit differently. They put one down there and then one up on the handle. I'm going to put my big flower in the back and my little flower on the handle. And then I'm going to pop one right here. And then where did my third flower go? Is it stuck to something? Stuck to me. I tell you guys, if I can do these, you can do these, because sometimes I'm just a mess. And again, actually, I'm going to use the clear ones on this because to me, that peach from the flowers is actually going to kind of peek through, and it's going to make these look peach regardless. And you know what I might do? I have tons of these. They give you plenty. I might just put 5 because that is still an odd number. Not worry about my triangle so much, and just put these in the middle of each of the flowers. And I think I'll pull this card in and just do the same thing. I'm a sucker for adding embellishments to the middle of the flowers. So there it is, guys. There are our 3 paper pumpkin cards. Quick, easy, fun. You can't go wrong. What do you guys think? Do you love them as much as I love them? So easy, so simple, so quick. What a fun way to get together with friends. Each bring a kit and sit down at the table, talk, craft, have some snacks, of course. Great way to spend an evening, just have a kit party. All right, thanks for spending the last hour with me. And again, next week, come back. We're going to make this cute little Ghirardelli chocolate bunny treat basket using the Easter basket dies. This die right here is probably the best die out of that. This is, I've had so much fun, guys, with this stamp set and the Woolly Friends making Easter cards. I will show all my Easter cards to you at the end of next week's live. I have a lot of cute Easter cards. So talk to you later, and you guys have a fabulous week. Bye-bye.